6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the Galactic Seabass Podcast, episode 111, with your host, me, Sebastian-Fowler, as always. Thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you. I just realized right now in this moment that I may be slightly more intoxicated than I thought I was. Either way, we're going to continue with this podcast. Thank you for being here. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2026, episode 111, of the Galactic Seabass Podcast. Excuse me twice. Excuse me thrice. Hopefully that's it. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Sebastian, aka Seabass, and I appreciate you being here today. Do we have a plan? No. However, are we going to get through this podcast without audio deficiencies? Yes, you better believe it. Because we are plugged in right now. I have charged my phone 100%. I killed all the apps that weren't on the phone. I don't have a camera anymore because my cat peed on my camera. So I don't have a big DSLR to be able to film this podcast. But I do have a telephone that is available to be transported cellularly. And right now, that is what you are receiving this transcommunication broadcast on. Anyway, I appreciate you being here. I am definitely feeling a little goofy right now, and I thought I had this more under control than before I started. I've only had 3 beers. I'm a very lightweight individual, though. So, we're going to have our 4th beer. And I do appreciate you being here today. God bless you, rock and roll. Welcome to 2026, everybody. Cheers. Heck yeah. Let's do this thing. God bless. Best of luck in all your endeavors, my friends. Now, what is going on? How are we living today? How is life treating you? I truly hope that it's going well, that everything is going as pleasantly as it possibly can in your life. Now, as far as the life of Seabass goes, I definitely have taken some time off the podcast that was unprecedented. However, I felt it was necessary to take the time to be able to recuperate, to get back to normal, to be on the path where we're going to get some stuff done in the correct manner, the most aligned with the universe that we can be. You know, last year, I rode a bicycle across the country. I rode a BMX bicycle, across the continental United States. I went from California to New York City, and I saw so much of this beautiful country in between one coast and the other that I truly would love to explore it again with more of an able means, like a car or a motorcycle, something where I could actually efficiently travel on the roads that this country beautifully designed. Originally as a train track, but now we have the highway system. Big shout out to Henry Ford, my man. It's been a very interesting couple weeks. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. All the good stuff. Happy holidays. I hope you had a good time with your family. This was the first time in my life. I am 32 years old. And for the first time ever in a calendar year, I didn't see my mom. She's alive and well for the most part. But at the same time, I didn't see her from January 1st to December 31st, 2025. I never got to give my mom a hug, despite her being on this earth with me at the same time. And that made me so sad. I thought, whoa. Then again, not everybody's gotten the chance to experience every year with their mom for 30 years. A lot of people lose their moms young, or people just don't have access to that kind of physical intimacy, or they're in prison, or there's tons of other situations where that could be the fact. But the matter of the fact is, I didn't see my mom, and that made me sad. I didn't see my little brother Max. I saw D'Artagnan twice. Saw him once for Christmas, and then I saw him on his wedding day. He got married to a beautiful young lady, and they're going to be a beautiful, happy couple. And I'm really excited for their prosperous journey together. And my brother Czar, I saw him at the wedding. Now, that kind of left me in a place where, I don't know, my brother and I didn't get to see the rest of our family. Our family is very small. You know, there's 5 people, 4 boys and a mom. And I only got to see one of my brothers. So I am grateful for that. And appreciation can go a long way, because Christmas can be really hard if you kind of just wallow in the negative aspects of what is, versus, working for the next year and finding yourself in a totally different position of what's available to you. And I'm really excited to know that through this new job that I'm very grateful to have, that next year could be a very different situation as far as, finances go, environment, living conditions. There's a whole bunch of restrictions that are imposed on me at this point because of my financial circumstances. And I'm really excited for this new job. I have been grinding for a month. I haven't made a podcast in a few weeks because I've just been working every day, trying to get myself to the point where I'm back on my feet. And I'm almost there, guys. I'm working so hard. I'm almost at the point where I can afford a camera for this podcast. And that excites me. Where I can get my microphone out of the pawn shop and get my drums out of the pawn shop. My dad's drums are in the pawn shop right now. And I have to get them out. Because he's not going to give me a new set. Because he's dead. So you have to appreciate what you have. And make the most of it, Take advantage of the situations that the universe has given you. And I'm grateful to know that I have a lot of opportunity to prosper and grow this year. And I'm grateful to the people who I've surrounded myself with, and to my friends, and to you guys for watching these videos and supporting this channel. Oh my gosh, it's 2026. I've been making YouTube videos for 10 years. Wow. 10 years of YouTube. That's crazy. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for watching all my videos. Oh my gosh, that's overwhelming. We've done a lot. I was vlogging, and then I was a painter. We made some how-tos, did some bike instruction videos. We went to Europe. We went to a whole bunch of festivals for a couple years. Went to Burning Man a couple times. Made a whole bunch of... I started a podcast. I've made over 100 episodes. This is episode 111. This YouTube channel has seen a lot, and almost 7,000 of you who subscribe to this channel, thank you so much. And I appreciate you. And we're still going, by golly. We're really doing this thing. That is pretty cool. Oh my gosh. 10 years. What a trip. That's pretty cool. Speaking of years, at the end of 2026, my final ride counter with Uber was 7,647, which is a lot. That's crazy. My comedy counter was 751. And we just did set 752 tonight. So we're back at it. We're in the new year. I rode across the country on a bicycle. Got on Netflix. We got on Kill Tony. That was a good year. 2025 was definitely one for the books. We suffered a lot of different events at different times, but by golly, we persevered and found ourselves at the end of it. And I don't know what's going to come out of it, but we did it. And so we're here to tell the tale. Now here comes the part of the episode where I tune in and I see if the audio is actually working, because that part always gets me nervous. But we're going to try, and we're going to see how it goes. So to anybody watching this video, Happy New Year. There's a helicopter flying above my house at 12:47, which means somebody did something they weren't supposed to do. And that's okay. That's what happens when you live in a metropolitan city. And my computer is going rather slowly. But again, thank you to all 6.89 thousand of you who watch my videos, who've enjoyed the things that I've done over the last couple of years. It really means a lot, and I'm very grateful that you're here. I don't know what I'm doing. 95% of the time. Okay, here comes the part where I check if the audio. Hello? Hello? Check, check. Testing, testing. Check, check. Oh, we got it?
Hello?
Hey!
Check. Testing, testing.
All right. That sounds pretty good.
Check, check.
Brief intermission. All right, cool. Hey, what's going on? I'm Sebastian. We are still here. It's super late. It's about 12:30 here on January 3rd, 2026. And we are doing episode 111 of the Galactic Seabass Podcast. Would this episode have fit more correctly on January 1st, 2026? Whoa! January 1st, 2026. That's 11/26. That's my birthday in year form. Whoa. I didn't even realize that until right now. That is pretty cool. Whoa. Haven't noted like as a layout. January 1st, 2026, 11/26. That's my birthday. Whoa. Cool. Well, that's awesome. So this is my year. We're doing this thing. I don't think I'll be riding across the country again, but that is pretty sick. And I'm very grateful to figure that out live. How neat. Um, can't believe I didn't figure that out till right now. Anyway, yeah, so we're still doing comedy. We are trying to do our best to make all the ends meet. I've got 2 different jobs I'm working at right now. Trying my best, doing what I can. And I appreciate all the support that you guys give me. You know, whether it's views, likes, comments, subscriptions. If you guys want to donate, there's links in the description. I appreciate all the help. Subscribe to my Instagram. Watch those videos. Share those. I do appreciate all the social support. It is an interesting time we're living in as far as content creation goes. There's so many content creators that it's hard to kind of dial in and, support individuals. But I try to provide content that I hope the people would find, something that they'd find worth tuning into. Right now, this episode is a little bit more on the tipsy side, but I really was hoping that I could, do this for you guys and, get my way back to get to podcasting because it's not easy. It's not easy to, take an hour and put yourself in front of a camera in a room where there's no other people and you have to just let the thoughts out and express them and let them go. But that's what I do anyway. So I just feel like putting it on camera is such a fun, innovative, new, modern way to live. To catalog your thoughts into a virtual reality where you can go back and reflect upon them at a later point in time. How interesting. We are the first humans in history to be able to enact this kind of beautiful technological transaction. And I just think that's so sick. I don't know. I love it. I love cameras. And I want to thank you for tuning into my silly little podcast. We'll have some guests again soon. We'll have some budget so we can get some nice mics and good cameras and multiple angles coming in. And I want to have some more guests on so we can discuss more of what's really going on out in the world as far as subject point of views that aren't just mine. Because I know that I have a very interesting way of looking at everything. But I want to be able to express that with all my friends and colleagues and people that I've never met. I want to be able to grow as a human being and let you guys join in on the ride. We've done it before. We'll do it again. And thank you so much for believing in me, for watching me as I cross the country on my bicycle. You can watch all those videos on my channel. Just look up BMX Across America. Should pop right up. If you want to watch me on Kill Tony, just go on Netflix, look up Kill Tony. It's episode 1. I'm after Dr. Phil. Rock and roll. And I'm grateful. It was a crazy year. 2025 was one for the books. Excuse me. We started off with this crazy idea. Like, I think I want to ride a bicycle across the country. excuse me, twice. And excuse me, thrice. I found myself, in February where I thought, oh, gee willikers, I've told a lot of people I'm about to do this bike ride, about to ride from San Diego to New York City. I've never ridden more than 10 miles in my life. It's like, all right, well, good luck. And then by the grace of God, we made it. And not only that, I got on Kill Tony. And not only that, it was on Netflix, which went in front of 100 million people. Like, that's insane. Wow. And then I got back and I found myself in debt, just drowning in debt for 6 months. Every month I was late on the rent to the point where my company wanted to evict me. I got a 3-day notice, pay or quit. And by the grace of God, within those 72 hours, even if it was down to the last hour, I would pay the money. I found a way to make the ends meet and get the bills paid. I don't know how I did it, but we're still here. It's 2026. I have lived in my house for, holy cow, what is it, 9 years? 9 years. The longest I ever lived anywhere as a child was 8 years, from 3 to 11. And then I moved every couple years. 11 to 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19 to California, and then 19, 20, 20, 21, 20, 22, 20, 23, and then finally at 23 years old, I found the little town of Ocean Beach where I currently reside. I lived with a couple for 6 months, didn't work out, moved here. It's been almost 9 years. I am so grateful. Wow. It's the longest I've ever lived anywhere in my life. I love where I live. I love my neighbors. I love my community. I love my animals. I love my family. I love what I'm able to do out of these 4 walls. Well, 8 walls. 12 walls, including the bathroom. 16 walls with the closet. Cabinets I'm not getting into. Anyway, wow. Just what an amazing whirlwind. Glad to be here. Can't believe we're still doing this thing, What a cool day. It's really late, and I might not do like a super long podcast, but I'm grateful to know that the headphones are actually making more of an audio difference. So when I'm more awake and cognitive, I might jump back on this weekend and do an extra episode. I just wanted to make sure I was, letting you guys know I'm still here, still doing this thing. It's not over yet. Just, trying to play the pieces where they lie. And thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate it. God bless you. Rock and roll. I do want to give a shout out to my family. Let them know I love them very much. And tell my dog and my cat I love them very much. They're awesome. Now, let's get into our movie reviews, and then I'm probably going to call it as an episode because I'm really tired. I'm so sleepy. However, I do appreciate you and would love to share the movies that I've watched this week. There have been so many really, really good ones that I think you guys would actually really enjoy. So, from what I can remember on TV, I watched a lot of Family Guy. And the earlier you go back in time, the funnier it gets. So that's pretty much all I have to say for Family Guy. As far as movies go, there are a couple. When I saw my little brother, we went to a town not too far from where I live, maybe a few hours out. And I got the chance to go see my brother's first IMAX movie. We saw Avatar, Fire and Ash on IMAX. And I'm not going to lie to you. I went into it with the expectation that it wouldn't really be that great of a film. James Cameron talks so highly about it. And, he made this romanticized movie of a lady who cheated on her husband and then threw away this $1 million jewel that could have helped people. So I wasn't really sure what exactly he meant in that regard. But I'm not going to lie to you. It was awesome. It was fucking sick. I loved Avatar. It was so much fun. The characters were great. The military guy, there were these moments, like, I don't remember the last time I had a moment in the movie theater where all of the people were laughing at this collective moment together. And it's just, there were like four of them, 4 or 5 solid, rip-roaring laughs. I don't know if it was meant to be perceived that way. I enjoyed those moments nonetheless. I'm on the spot giving a review score right now, but I'm going to say 9. 9 out of 10. Avatar, Fire and Ash. I loved it. I would see it again. The 3D was nuts. It was beautiful. It was how IMAX was meant to be displayed. IMAXs don't hit the same as when I was a kid, because I remember when I was a kid, like the IMAX, you had to sit on like a balcony and it would just kind of like envelop you. Now IMAX is more or less like an exaggerated movie theater, but at the same time, awesome. I loved it. And then I also love my brother. He's awesome. And congratulations on your wife and your new family on the other half. So I'm excited to have them be a part of my life as well. I have a sister for the first time ever. How cool is that? I love that. Hi, Emily. Okay, so now there's a few other movies. I've watched a lot of movies, I'm not going to lie, but I will talk about 2 of them today. 2 that really kind of stuck with me that I think that you guys should check out when you get the chance. The first movie is going to be Good Fortune. Good Fortune, starring Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen, Aziz Ansari. It's a movie that primarily focuses on Aziz and Keanu. Keanu is an angel. He helps people stay safe from texting and driving. He taps them on the shoulder when they should look up and saves their lives. But he decides there's a soul that he finds he could help. He wants to help him because he's struggling. He's like a DoorDash driver. He's not making a lot of money. His life sucks. So he trades lives of the DoorDash guy with this millionaire guy who invented DoorDash. And now Seth Rogen, playing the millionaire guy, has to be a broke guy. And Aziz, the broke guy, has to be a rich guy. And the angel has to convince the rich guy that his life is better as a poor guy. And it's a very modern day introspective look at society. And it's kind of funny watching these millionaires play roles that they can't truly understand because they don't know what it's like to be in a place where you're financially on the verge of destruction on a daily basis. So at the same time, I didn't really think about that, and I enjoyed the film as it was, and I liked it a lot. So I'm going to go 8 out of 10 for Good Fortune. I'll watch it again, see how we feel. And the final movie that we watched that we'll talk about today is The Running Man. The Running Man, based off a Stephen King short novel or full novel. Honestly, I don't know. Basically, is the idea of a future society where there's a game show that if you can evade law, civilians, and security, also all the cameras, if you can stay hidden for 30 days, you win $1 billion. However, the law, the civilians, the security are all allowed to kill you with the help of the cameras. So it's very unlikely that you will survive. And the whole country gets to watch it like a game show. So would you do it? That's pretty much the whole story. There's a lot of dystopian tales coming out. And I feel like that might be where we're headed. So at least we get to live now when we don't have to fight to the death for survival. Then again, don't we? That's up to you that's up to you to decide. I am sleepy and a little tipsy. I give The Running Man 7.5 out of 10. It was cool. I liked it. There were a few points of the plot line that were very easy to kind of like, oh, they were very predictable. I liked the ending. I also didn't really get it. Also, one more movie. The reason for this face and these slight dance movements is I just realized right now I have to use the little boy's room as soon as we end this program today. However, the last movie that I'll talk about that I watched last night was called Together. Together, starring Dave Franco and a lady. Don't know her name. The movie was very weird. It was about a couple who moves to a new town, strange new small town, and they go on a hike. They fall in a hole. They fall in a magic puddle. The puddle wants them to connect in a very beyond intimate manner. It's slightly disturbing. It's fun. Dave Franco overacts it a little bit, but I liked it. Interesting thought process behind the film itself. I like unique ideas. I'd rather a mediocre unique idea than a well-done reboot. Like, what even is that? So I'll give that 7 out of 10 for Together. And those are Seabass's movie reviews of the week. And guys, honestly, I love you. It is 1 a.m. I definitely chose a late time to start tonight, but I do appreciate you. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy belated Merry Christmas. Best of luck in all your endeavors, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Galactic Seabass Podcast. It is really good to be back. Shout out to Stu in the chat, our one friend tonight. And we'll catch you guys next time for our next episode. Again, my name's Sebastian. I love you. God bless you. And I wish you the best 2026 possible. Follow your dreams, even if they're big. Go after them. Go chase them. Get them done. Don't wait till tomorrow. Just go rock and roll, man. A few more burps. Excuse me. I'm not sure what's going on in the old gastro pipes tonight, but I do appreciate you tuning into my channel tonight. Rock and roll. God bless you. Hallelujah. Happy New Year. I will see you for episode 112. I think for the first time in a few months, we actually have proper audio. So rock and roll. On that note, I think I'm just going to wish you the best of luck in all your endeavors and tell you that my name is Sebastian-Fowler, a.k.a. Seabass. This was episode 111 of the Galactic Seabass Podcast here on the Galactic Seabass channel. Thank you for tuning in. All your support is extremely appreciated. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you again soon. Until then, rock and roll, my friends. Take care. And have a great year. Let's make the most of it, guys. Rock and roll. End transmission. Skidoo-ba-doo-boo-boo. Skidoo-ba-doo-boo. Skidoo-ba-doo-boo. Ba-doo-boo-ba-doo.